Today, in celebration of Friday the 13th, we review a Lifetime movie. Because why not? There is a ghost in it though, if that counts for anything. I present to you Clara's Deadly Secret. Sadly, Clara is not long for this world and dies immediately.
Clara!
As the script on the screen tells you, we immediately skip 20 years into the future, where a detective is having nightmares about how shitty of a cop she is, and her moody teenager is complaining about having to move.
But can you give me some clue as to how long you're gonna stay mad? That long, huh?
It just wasn't fair.
I know.
Don't do that, Mom.
What?
I just need to be mad for a while, okay?
Supposedly there is a ghost in this movie, but her powers are kinda limited. Okay, they're really limited. All she's able to do is leave the front door unlocked. This minor temper tantrum is interrupted by a knock on the door when the killer, the creepy neighbor, shows up with lasagna.
Hey, I wasn't expecting anyone. We just
got here, I know. I'm Arnold Gray, I live next door.
Oh.
I figured you could use a hot meal for your first night.
Hi. How are you? Mike Clayton is my wife, Helen.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Let me take that from me. Why don't you come on in?
It's lasagna. It's an old family recipe.
How did you know we'd be here?
Sorry?
It looks freshly made. How did you know we'd be arriving today?
The main character, who turns out to be the wife, keeps getting these letters in the mail that are just pictures with a weird quote on the back in an article about a couple being murdered. And for some reason this triggers flashbacks to shit that she wasn't there to see, and also triggers her detective spidey sense, so she starts investigating a crime that for all she knows didn't fucking happen, and for all we know didn't fucking happen. Everybody in the town is telling the entire family how weird this house is and how awful it is someone would ever live there again. The little girl starts having an imaginary friend named Clara that no one ever fucking catches on to is the name of the dead little girl.
So where'd you buy?
This beautiful old Victorian house up on Gladstone.
Really? That's great. The Jenkins place?
I don't know. 207 Gladstone?
That's so great.
What is it?
Come on out and play with some of the other kids.
I'm not alone.
Oh, really?
I'm with Clara.
Clara?
Yeah, we live together.
Oh.
So what's it like?
What do you mean?
Your new house.
It's cool.
Oh, you don't know.
Know what?
It's got history.
Which is?
Oh, it's all in the file. The last owners. Thank you. The last owners, Abby and Stan Dwyer, just up and disappeared one day.
Keep your daughters away from the man next door.
I will remind you again, there is actually nothing happening in this town. There's no string of missing people, no mysterious prowler killing people at night. There is fucking nothing going on. And this woman is investigating it anyways. She's investigating a crime that isn't actually fucking happening. But does find a crime somehow.
Kate, you can't use your imaginary friend as an excuse to hurt people.
I'm not.
What has gotten into you?
I'm helping Clara get back at them for killing her.
Where are you getting all this from?
From Clara.
What else has Clara told you?
That the bad man next door took her bracelet.
So you're not the one sending the envelopes?
No.
I'm gonna find out what's going on. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
As I referenced in the very beginning of this review, she's a really shitty detective, and eventually the neighbor's dad just calls her over and says, "Yeah, my son's the bad guy. Your daughter's been kidnapped upstairs. Let's go save her."
Emma? Emma, you're gonna be okay. We're gonna get you out of there. Emma, it's Mom! Emma? Where are you going? I need you. Emma, I'll be right back. I'm going to get help.
Shoot him. Shoot him. You can shoot him anytime. You're a cop. He's kidnapped your daughter. She is in the house. She's in danger. Even if you weren't a cop, you'd be totally within your rights to shoot this guy. He's a proven murderer and kidnapper. Just shoot him. She does not shoot him. She sneaks out of the house, abandons her teenage daughter, who's been kidnapped and tied up, and gets caught by the bad guy, who chases her down and is about to kill her until Clara uses her ghostly door-opening powers to save the day. Overall, even by Lifetime standards, this movie is freaking garbage. They tell you who the bad guy is immediately with the help of suspenseful music in the background, and then multiple characters tell a Boston detective who the killer is, and she still can't figure it out. They tell her, "Oh, a young girl named Clara was killed in your house, and your daughter is talking to an imaginary friend called Clara. There's doors shutting in your house all by themselves, and you can't figure out it's a fucking ghost." Now, obviously ghosts don't exist in real life, but in movies they exist. You know there's ghosts. What are you doing? Oh, it's an old house. I grew up in a house that was built in 1830. A door never fucking shut itself one time in the 20 years I lived in that house. The star of this one is Emmanuel Vogler, who is in 10 to 20 episodes of a bunch of hit TV shows: CSI New York, Covert Affairs, 2.5 Men, and of course, One Tree Hill, because I can't avoid that fucking show to save my life. Thank you for watching. As always, Lifetime is going to Lifetime, and also as always, I shall try to do better next time. Here is your bonus clip from the movie.
So, Mike.
Helen?
The neighbor's dad's outside working on the treehouse.
Old people are weird.